Going on, everyone? Back again with another video. Told you I was gonna make one, and I'm doing it. It took me a little bit, but you know, just my busy day-to-day life. You know, it gets a little hectic, but I can assure you I'm dedicated to this. So like, subscribe, follow, hit the little bell icon to get your notifications and everything. But today we're going to talk about environment, your environment specifically. I'm not talking about you take yourself from this position, put you in this position. I'm talking about just your atmosphere, your what kind of environment you create for yourself. If I could, I don't listen to rap that much, but there's this rapper out there, you know, hates to classify himself as a Christian rapper, but he's just a rapper that is Christian. His name's NF. And he says, surround yourself with people that challenge how you think, not people that nod your head and act like they agree. Surround yourself with like-minded people. That is the best thing that you could do for yourself, because for me, I used to be a loner. I used to like being by myself. That way I don't have nobody influencing me at all, whether it be positive, negative. I didn't really need it. I didn't need that kind of energy in my life, or so I thought. But when I started surrounding myself with like-minded people, man, my world changed. My perspective changed on the world. And that was the most exciting thing, that me being taken out of my own comfort zone, myself taken out, you know, it was something that I truly needed, because I really didn't understand it. You know, I was so complacent being the way that I was. Essentially, I was a psychopath, because I did the same thing expecting different results, which is the definition of being a psychopath. In essence, I guess you can consider me one, or was. But you know, when I started like really changing my mindset, changing how I thought, you know, about my day-to-day life, that's when things really started changing, man. I was introduced to so many different people of different backgrounds that it really truly just opened up my mind to how beautiful the world is and the people that are in this world. You know, I started surrounding myself with godly people, but I thought if I would surround myself with godly people, like, it would just be annoying. You know, God this, God that, you know, you need to study this, you need to study that, Christian this, Catholic this. No, it's nothing like that. It's just people that are positive, people that really just know how to open up their eyes and really just see how beautiful the world is and how beautiful God is and what he's done for us. Man, I tell you what, I was completely opposed to this stuff, but I started changing how I thought about things. You know, instead of waking up being miserable, as I described in one of my last videos, I started waking up motivated and happy, because I changed my mindset. I changed how I thought. I changed who I had in my life. You know, and just even my speech patterns and my mannerisms. You know, I started talking and speaking with a smile on my face. You know, instead of like looking at the negatives, looking at all the bad things are happening, you know, in my life and to me, I kept blaming everybody else. I kept blaming God. When the fact of the matter is, I was the root of my own evil. Like, I was self-loathing without even realizing it, you know, which projected on other people. I was projecting. I changed that. I really dug down to the root of why things are happening in my life. And once I figured it out, that's when my life changed. You know, I mean, I was making all these mistakes and just really turning people away from me. I was a bad guy. At the time, I was a terrible father. I mean, it's hard to say that it really was, because I used to convince myself that I was doing things for the greater good, or I was doing this for my daughter, acting this kind of way, saying these kind of things. You know, at the time, my ex-wife hated me. The fact of the matter is, I hated myself, but I didn't want to admit it. Finally realized that, and I acknowledged it. And it got to a point where I was like, I need to change. And not just, you know, oh, I need to change everything about my life, but just everything that was involved with making me the kind of man that I was. I had to figure it all out. And I keep, you know, reiterating on it that I was just hating myself, but I really wasn't acknowledging that. I was just blaming everybody else for my mistakes, when in turn, it was me and me only. And I tell you what, When that atmosphere changed, when that environment changed in my life, is when everything started changing in my life for the positive. I was being productive. I was being motivated. Can I do this? Can I do that? I just started changing every aspect of my life. Man, I tell you what, everybody in my life they started noticing it. And I wasn't doing that for the recognition. I was doing it because it was making me feel good. It was making me the man that I always knew I could be, but was never. Because I didn't think it was even an option. I was complacent in being the man that I was. You know, the evil, the always upset, always mad, always looking at being negative and never seeing the beauty in all. Nah, man, that is not a way to live. You know, when something bad happens to you, don't dwell on it. Find out how you could change it and make the change. Explore every avenue, every resource that you have. Find out why it's happening and change it. It's easy. It really is easy. I mean, I guess people are scared or intimidated by change. A lot of people don't like change. I sure as heck don't. But everything that I've done in my life, you know, on up until this point, I have nothing to show for it. I used to have a lot of money. I used to have a lot of things, a lot of nice things. I enjoy the finer things in life. But the fact of the matter is, I couldn't afford it. Couldn't afford it because I was stuck in a rut of addiction, self-loathing. No, man, it's not a way to live. Drugs completely ruined my life. But the fact of the matter is, once I took that out of my life, everything changed. I changed who I hang out with, the people that I let in my life. You know, ultimately rounding off to the kind of girl, the kind of woman that I'm looking for. I want a woman after God's own heart because I'm a man after God's own heart. You know, a lot of people don't believe it or they want to be skeptic or something like that, but it's true, it's pure, it's raw. You know, and I wouldn't be making this channel if it wasn't real. I'm not trying to defraud anybody or take anything. I don't want any money. I'm not trying to monetize any of this. I just really want to get the word across that, you know, especially coming from me, you know, for anybody that knows me personally, I've changed. And it feels amazing. It truly does feel amazing. I feel amazing. The people around me feel amazing because I'm feeling amazing. You know, I'm making people proud, but most importantly, I'm making myself proud. I'm actually seeing the man that I knew that I was. I just could never find. God helped me find myself, and in turn, I found out who God was. Can I get a witness? Amen. It's a beautiful thing. Change your environment. Change anything that you might feel is putting a hindrance on your development. Reach into the Word. Reach to God. Talk to Him. If you don't know how to pray, just talk. That's all it is. You're just talking. Stop asking for things. Stop thinking that somebody owes you something or God owes you something. He don't owe you anything. The fact of the matter is you owe Him all. I gave my life to Him. I just sat in the passenger seat and let Him drive. And I'll tell you what, I wouldn't take it back for a second. If there's anything that I could do or any way that I can guide you, direct you into finding out who God is, don't hesitate. I don't care what kind of question it is. If you think it's a stupid question, the only question not asked is a stupid question. Reach out to me. Let me help you. Because God Himself has helped me. It's the only way that I feel that I can give back. I love y'all. God bless.